you're thirsty. We're in a fountain. Just get moving, you big lump.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nico, and there's a new god in the game, and his name's Sylvanus. So, Sylvanus,
Isn't it nice?
he's a support. And by support, I mean he's a guardian. He's pretty much like one of the hardest hard supports in the game right now, because he has really, really low damage and really, really high utility. Low mobility, though, unfortunately. I'm going to be building him kind of strange, just so I could kill Rawbot, but you probably wouldn't actually build him like this. But yeah, so Sylvanus. Sylvanus is actually the tiny dude with the antlers on top of the giant tree. Tree ant, I should say. And also there's an owl, because why not? So, Sylvanus is the tiny old man, Grover is the big old tree ant, and then the owl, I don't know his name. Also, Sylvanus is a ranged guardian with AoE ranged attacks. So, instantly you're probably thinking that's OP. I don't think his ranged attacks are going to be OP just because, I mean, let me hit you for some massive 41, son. Come here. Like, that's not the biggest problem. My problem is the fact that because it's ranged, he can hit towers from outside the tower line. Because of the way that works. So, yeah, I hope they make it to where you can't do that before Sylvanus goes live. Though, I guess it won't really matter because, like I said, his auto attacks don't hit very hard at all. But, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of anybody being able to hit the tower from outside the tower line. Alright, so, Sylvanus. His passive. Let's go over that first. Nature's Protection. Enemies that successfully land a basic attack on Sylvanus have a 25% chance to be rooted for 1 second. This may only happen once every 12 seconds. I don't like his passive because it's RNG, and I much rather would have had it be something like every 3 basic attacks an enemy successfully lands on Sylvanus roots them or something. Like, I don't like RNG anything. And just to make sure you die. See you later, Raw. Okay, so you just saw me blow his entire kit to take off half of Raw's health. Like I said, not exactly a lot of damage on Sylvanus. He's very much more utility-based than anything. But yeah. So, Sylvanus is number 1. It has 2 different types of effects, but it's also called Verdant Growth. If you just throw it off to the side like this, as you can see this little ring going around it, it's a plant that begins to sprout. And once it does fully grow, also he just got rooted, now there's a little area where I'm getting MP5. So, that's cool. I don't know if it has health attached to it, or it's just basic attack hits like wards. Let's just back off for a second and look. Sylvanus throws a seed to target location. If it hits an enemy, they will take damage and become rooted. If the seed lands on the ground after 10 seconds, it will grow into a flower. The god can be destroyed by basic attacks, so it's just basic attacks and not abilities. But it doesn't say how many basic attacks it takes. Let's go back real quick because this is just, you know, joust. Oh, cool! He actually plays the flute now. Last night when I played the PTS, it didn't sound like he did anything like that. Some people have been playing him strictly damage, it looks like, which is strange. But if I'm going to be going a little bit hybrid-y so I can kill Raw, I'm going to get Voidstone. But yeah, so either you throw it on the ground to make it to where it sprouts this little thing to get MP5, or you throw it at an enemy to root them in place and do a little bit of damage. So, it just depends on the situation at hand. Though, I'll demonstrate it. If you have 3 out, which is the maximum number of Verdant Growths, and then throw a 4th one straight at an enemy, it doesn't pop one of the other ones you had earlier. So that kind of works well. Because if it just popped that, it would kind of suck. But at the same time, some people might scream OP. I don't know. Also, second ability, Wisps. It's an area of effect ability that targets everything in the area that heals allies and gives them a protections buff and puts a dot, well, not a heal, but it's a hot, which means heal over time, on allies, gives them a protection buff, and then puts a dot on enemies and gives them a protection reduction, if I'm not mistaken. Sylvanus releases Wisps to seek out enemies. Allies are healed and protected while enemies take damage over time. Okay, never mind. It does not reduce enemy protections over time. Because if it did, that'd be OP. Because that's way too many things for that to do at once. So we got some Wisps going. It's pretty. It does really, 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 really piss poor damage, to be honest. And I say it really a bunch of times because, as you can see, I hit Raw with it like, I don't know, a couple times and he's fine. Like, he didn't take any damage from it. If you're wondering what the damage on it is, it's 10 to 30 plus 10% of your magical power over 5 seconds. Like, 30 damage over 5 seconds is 150 damage at max rank. Like, that's not anything. Like, this ability is mainly for the heal. Get back in this tower range, son of a bitch. So, I feel like you'd still level up Wisps just so you can heal your carry in the duo lane and give them protections. And you would just leave 1 point into the 1, and then you would upgrade the 3 after that. And if you're wondering what the 3 is, it kind of looks familiar, doesn't it? It looks kind of like the old Arachne pull. And by looks like, it functions exactly the same, except it is not as wide. It's much thinner, but it also goes through walls, and I don't need that. Fuck it, Soul Reaver, just to see what that. I want to see it proc on his 4. But yeah, so this what is it called? Nature's Grasp functions exactly like Arachne's old her old ultimate. It can go through walls, and the more you rank it up, the more CD, like the lower the CD gets on it. So it's probably going to be what you level up second, so you can be like more utility, especially since it starts at a 30-second cooldown and then goes down to, I'm not sure because I bought CDR reduction. CDR reduction. Oh, that's a, I needed to say that twice apparently. I bought CDR, so I'm not exactly sure what the number is when you lower it all the way. But yeah, you're definitely going to want to level up that second. The 1's damage is, again, not that great. 80 to 160 plus 30%. No, not 30. Well, 33% magical power, it looks like. So not super bad. Like, not as bad as the Wisps at all, but it's still not great. Like, look at that. Didn't even kill the archers. Terrible. Terrible damage. Get over here. The only time you do a lot of damage is when you use your ultimate, and that's because your ultimate actually has a decent dot on it. Because Sylvanus is all about the dots, I guess. But yeah, so his ultimate is called Wrath of Terra. Sylvanus's Treant. Why is Sylvanus's? They didn't need to put that apostrophe S. It could have just been an apostrophe. Because it's saying it's his Treant. Like, somebody at high res needs to learn their grammars. Slams his large trunks into the ground, causing large thorny roots to break out of the ground around him. Enemies hit are knocked up and poisoned. Oh no! Suck it! So, the damage on the poison is 60 to 100 plus a fifth of your magical power, it looks like, because 38 out of 155. Oh, you dumb Robbit. Oh my god, that root lasted a while. You got completely screwed right there. We can heal the minions while damaging the minions. Man, that dot does literally like nothing. But yeah, let's get this real quick.
Sticks and stone.
190. Not. Is there anything that gives 10 magical power? Nope. It's 20, 20, 15. Son of a bitch. 25, 20, 30, 10. All right, this should be easier to figure out now. Okay, so it's 1/4 of your magical power, which is 25% of your magical power goes into that. This is 10%, and this is 70. So 70, 40, 120. 120, 210. So about 33%. Yeah, it was pretty close. 33 to 35% of your magical power goes to the 1. Let's sell that because I don't want it. And then let's buy something that helps us. Like,
Perfect. It's perfect.
alright, apparently it's perfect. But yeah, so not a lot of damage. I'm only buying some damage items because I want to see what it's like when you do, like, wait. I was going to say, if that applied the, God damn it, now I gotta see if the 3 will apply the Soul Reaver proc. Damn it. Because I'm trying all kinds of weird shit out on him. Yesterday, before I made this video, since the PTS was live, like, at midnight, I was like, huh, I wonder, like, what Telkine's Ring and Demonic Grip and Wingblade would be like. And I was just auto-attacking like crazy and killing the minions really fast because of the Telkine's Ring procs on every hit. Kind of like Nua's old Flame Strike. Right. Hold still. It does not. Okay, I was going to laugh if that did. Alright, so, but we can do this. And hit him real hard, and then do that, and then do this. Yeah, I got him. So, Soul Reaver Sylvanus, probably gonna be not, like, super popular, but I've seen Soul Reaver Jeb, like, even coming out of, like, the duo lane, just getting Soul Reaver on him as one damage item being a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if people did it with Sylvanus as well, just because it's kind of the same concept. You blink in, you press 4, you knock everybody up, and you do a decent amount of damage to them, and then one person gets royally fucked.
You look ridiculous in this armor, Grover.
He makes fun of his tree ant. What a rude, rude old man. Also, when you jump, he kind of just, like, free falls. What the fuck? It's crazy looking. Die, you stupid minions. Get back here. Get back here, motherfucker. Take it. He's not gonna die. God damn it. Without his ultimate, he really does no damage. He's definitely gonna be a character that's gonna be played just, like, strictly support. Just because, I mean, his clear in the jungle probably wouldn't be too terrible, but you'd be coming out of the jungle with, like, CDR boots, Void Stone, and then going, like, strictly defense. Just because he scales really, really, like, terribly with magical power, so there's no point in building it. The only reason I'm doing it is just to see what he can do, and I'm not surprised that it's not working. Unlike, Cabrakan and Athena and Ymir. Like, they scale really, really well with magical power. Get into the air. Do that. Do that. Do all the things. I'm doing all of the things and trying to kill you, and holy shit, I can't 100-0 him with all of my abilities. Oh, man. It makes sense, though. A Guardian shouldn't have a shit fuck ton of damage. Ymir. Like, I don't know why that character has so much damage. It's like, oh, he's got really good, like, CC. He's got tons of slows. He's got he's got the longest stun in the game. His wall is fucking ridiculous if you don't have a jump. I don't know. You don't see him that often, so it's not that crazy. I'm not saying Ymir's overpowered either. I'm just saying Ymir's fucking annoying. It does a lot of damage. Then again, Athena built damage does a shit ton too. Wow, that did a massive 200. Don't you fuck with me, robot. Just kill him. You got rooted, son. Now heal my mins. Soul Reaver proc for 216. Why do you do this, Raw? Well, he's dead. I thought they said they improved the AI. Apparently not. Let me just do this. Yeah, that dot's a massive 38 damage per tick for 5 seconds. So 150. Yeah, his damage is so low. And then the heal is okay. It doesn't scale well either. Like 65 heal over time for 5 seconds. Early on, that 300 health is going to be a lot. But as the game goes on, his heal, it becomes less about the heal and more about the protections you grant to people. 25 protections for 5 seconds in a team fight is a big, big deal. So, just being like, suck it. Now my allies have 25 more protections. Suck my dick. Like, that's what it's all about right there. Just giving your allies protections. Also, I just used all of my abilities, and Robot's just like, well, sucks for you. I've still got half my health. Like I said, no damage on this guy. I might not actually, if I don't go like hardcore damage and like the weird auto attack build I went last night, I might not be able to end this game. So, let's do that when we go back. Ugh, got your ass. Alright. Let's go back and buy the weird stuff that I bought yesterday. So that attack speed. Alright, let's rock. Auto attack Sylvanus. For some reason against the robot it worked really well, so I'm gonna do it again. Let's go get some speed buff so we move faster. You're probably like, nigga, this is the strangest things I've ever seen you build. It is strange, but it worked, so I want to try to end the game because I don't have much else to say about Sylvanus. With Blink, he's going to have really good initiation with his ultimate in team fights, especially since his ultimate is kind of a better Jeb's ultimate. And by better, I mean by the fact that you can't beads out of a knockup. You can beads before a knockup happens, but not after you're in the air, which means if you're in the air and the enemy has a Hubwa or a Kukulkan and you get fucking ulted, you're kind of screwed. So, get myself some protections. Ah, couldn't get it. Don't you do it. Ha, you missed, bitch. Get wrecked. I did a lot of damage. It's like, I didn't expect those numbers. Give them protection so they last longer. We're gonna get this. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna finish this video. Also, because he lobs his auto attacks, you can attack through walls. So, Sylvanus, #1 jouster. World. I can just sit over here, auto attack this all day. And they can't do shit about it. Can't throw his 1 through walls, but you can just sit here and do this. You shouldn't have been out here. You shouldn't have come this way, Raw. My auto attacks are too strong. They do 120 damage per hit because of the Telkind's ring. Suck my dick. This is just so dumb. The fact that I can just attack through walls like this. I don't care that he can attack through walls. I do care that he can attack phoenixes and towers, and that at least on the Joust map, without being in range. So he can just be like, well, there are no minions here, and I know I'm not being ganked. Let me just hit this tower for free. So hopefully they change how that works and how his AoE hits work, but I don't know if they will. And then here's his windscreen. I guess he's not doing anything. It's so dumb. But I love it at the same time. But yeah, Sylvanus' damage is quite low unless you build him strictly for his auto attacks. Because as you can see, I couldn't kill Robot with this. Like, I could try again with a full damage build, but his scaling is just so low that it wouldn't matter most likely. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned some things about Sylvanus. I think he's going to be much better built as like a tanky character that initiates and uses his CC properly by pulling people with the stun and rooting people and knocking people up and just a fucking hell of a son of a bitch to deal with in team fights after he becomes tanky. And yeah, that's all I can think of to say right now. I'll do a patch notes thoughts later, like video later, and by later I mean it will be out Sunday. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, peace out.